All right, friends, today I'm gonna make a symmetrical butterfly. I have an outline of a butterfly, and what I'm gonna do to start is fold it in half. There's already a fold there. And I'm going to paint on one half of my butterfly. So maybe I'll paint a little purple around my wing. The trick in this lesson is not letting the paint dry. So I'm gonna rinse my brush, get a new color on there. And every now and then, I want to fold my butterfly. So I'll add one more color, then I will show you. So I'm about halfway done. My paint is still pretty wet. I'm gonna open my butterfly up, and it's like I'm making a paint sandwich. Fold it, and it's transferring. Since butterflies are symmetrical, they're the same on both sides, and this will make it the same on both sides. So now I'm going to paint only one half of my butterfly. Am I going to paint all over my butterfly? No. I'm only painting half of the butterfly. This is the line of symmetry, the fold that was there for you when I gave you the butterfly. I'll add a little pink, and I can even go back over an area I painted, add a few dots there. Maybe I'll put some green down here. And again, I am only painting on half of my butterfly. I am not putting any paint on this side. That side is for the transfer. Now I'm gonna make a paint sandwich where the paint's in the middle and the paper's on the outside. I'm creasing it, pressing, and then I'm gonna open back up. I might get a little bit of paint on my fingers, and that's okay. If I want to, I can add small details on top. Still just painting on one side of my butterfly. Fold, and I'll help you with the folding. If you need help with the folding, you can just raise your hand to tell me. All right, now I'm pretty happy with my butterfly. I'm gonna put it up and let it dry, and then next time I will create a background for my butterfly. All right, friends, we're gonna create a watercolor resist, and we're gonna make lines that kind of mimic the way a butterfly would fly. We're gonna do it in white pastel. I'm gonna do it right now for you first in pink so you can see it. So my butterfly, I'm gonna make like a dotted line that curls and swoops around. That's how my butterfly would fly. You see my line in pink. Now I'm gonna show you what yours will look like. Yours is going to be white, and it's gonna look like you're doing nothing. If I look very, very closely, I can kind of see a line, but it sort of looks like I'm invisible drawing on my paper until I add paint on top. All right, now I'm going to use liquid watercolors. I never ever mix the color. I'm dipping in, and I'm going to paint over where I did my lines. I pushed fairly hard with my pastel, and because of that, those lines are gonna show through. It's kind of magic how those lines peek through the pastels. That's because oil and water don't mix. They don't like each other, and when they get on the paper together, they try to get away from each other. So you can see how the paint moves off of the areas where I have pastels. I'm remembering that my paintbrush is like a ballerina. Ballerinas always dance on their tiptoes. They never ever scoot around on their bottoms because nobody wants to go to the booty scooting ballet. I'm only painting every area one time. There's no reason for me to continually paint the same spot. I just look for white on my paper, and I put paint on top of where I saw that white. I see a little white over here. I'm putting paint on it, rinsing my brush every time I switch colors. If I went down the line and mixed colors, I would wind up with a big mess of paint. Now I'm just doing a little quality control here. I'm looking around my paper, seeing if I have any areas where there is still paper showing, and there isn't. And you see that my white lines showed through, and they show the path that my butterfly is following. The last step is to glue my butterfly onto my background. Now mine is still a little bit wet. Yours will be totally dry, but I'm tracing around the outside with the glue, and then I'm gonna press it down to the background. Now again, mine is still slightly wet. I would like you to take yours, flip it over, and give your paper a good back rub on your table to make sure that your butterfly is really stuck down. Then I have one last choice for you, and that's the choice of glitter. If you would like glitter on your paper, you're going to take your glue brush. If it's drippy when it comes out, you wipe it on the side and add some dots of glue onto your paper. You want to keep a lot of the painty area showing. So I am not putting a ton of glue on here. I'm just putting a few little dots of glue, and I'm trying to do the same on both sides. So I did 5 on that side. I'll try to do 5 on this side just to keep it equal or the same. Then you will bring your butterfly to me, and I will sprinkle some glitter where you put your glue. Then you will have a sparkly butterfly that is ready for flight. I'll shake it right off for you, and it's done.